give me 12 inches of water or whatever, or 5 feet of gasoline, we have units of capacity. We'll start with the metric system because it's, again, very, very, very simple. In the metric system, what the smart people in the world use, they have, the basic unit is a liter. And a liter, I guess probably the easiest way for you to think, but you think of 2 liter bottles, that's 2 liters. A liter is basically, it's kind of your basic can of Coke, or a bottle of Coke.
Like the big bottles that you buy in the store?
Yeah, like the 20, they're probably whatever, the 16-ounce bottles or the 24-ounce. Not the super big ones. Super big ones are the 2 liters. Like at the fun fair, they have the big ones. That's 2 liters. Okay. So they only have liters. So when you go to other countries, you buy your gas in liters. And the price of gas might seem pretty reasonable, except knowing that there's probably 4 liters that are going to make up a gallon, If their price of gas is only $3 on their sign, but that's only per a liter, which would actually mean it'd be like $12 a gallon or something like that. And then we have 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters. Okay, and if you think about a milliliter, it is kind of like a drop. A drop. Okay. Technically, a milliliter is, by the way, if you go into the hospital or, you've seen somebody that has an IV, they measure their capacity, not in milliliters, but in this, cubic centimeters. Like if you see on the hospital shows on TV, they give them 5 cc's of whatever. A cc is a cubic centimeter, but a cubic centimeter is the same thing as a milliliter. 1 cubic centimeter equals 1 milliliter. And that's why the metric system is nice, because there's some of those things that make connections where, you can't really do what our system of metric. So this is about, so I guess to say a milliliter is only a drop, it's probably more like 3 or 4 drops that would probably take to fill up this thing here. So with that, knowing that, children, this thing right here is actually a liter of water. To fill up this thing, would be 1 liter of water, which is about, we should try. I don't have a little can of a bottle here. Okay? Because that's the same as this. This is 1,000 of these. And 1,000 of these is the same as 1,000 milliliters. And 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. Got it? Good. Now, off to the tough stuff. In capacity with our customary system, what we've got, and you can see Mr. Gallon over there. We go with we have the gallons, quarts, pints, cups, and ounces. That's kind of what we use, and none of them are the real easy conversions. But here's kind of how one of the ways I like to think about it. If you draw a big, about as big a square as you can on your paper. Here's one easy to remember. This big square stands for a gallon. In a gallon, you have how many quarts? Does anybody know? 4. So if you take this, and we draw about 4 equal-sized rectangles, that'll help you remember that there are 4 quarts. If you look at Mr. Gallon over here, he's got 4 arms, 4 quarts coming off of him. So there's 4 quarts in a gallon. Quart, quart, And then there are, in every quart, there are 2 pints. So that means how many pints would be in a gallon? Am I gonna have to draw in here?
8.
8 pints in a gallon, correct. Which one of these is a pint? PT, 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 PT. Eight pints in a gallon. And then every pint is how many cups? Does anybody know? What's that?
2.
Correct. There are 2 cups in every pint, which means how many cups would make up a gallon?
16.
There you go. Keep that going all the way over. 2 cups in every pint. I won't write cup in all of them, I'll just put C's in these 2 here. C. And then, last but not least, there are how many ounces in every cup?
16.
There are not 16. That's a good
18.
part. No, there's only 8. There's only 8 ounces in a cup, and that's kind of hard for us to believe because in our modern day society, you know, we go to stores and we go to restaurants, and over the years, the amount of portions that you get has been increased by so much. Back in the day, a cup of water, you know, if you went to the store, you'd get a cup of pop, that would just be, I don't know if I can have one. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Here is your cup of whatever, 8 ounces. You go to a restaurant and you would be, oh, that's all I get is one stout little cup.
Now it's as big as this.
Right, now you're starting to get half a gallons of stuff when you go to the gas station. So, how many ounces would make up a gallon then? If there are
8 ounces.
32, 32, 32, 32, there are 128 ounces in a gallon. So hopefully with this thing, you can kind of, you know, figure stuff out. If I asked you, you know, 3 quarts is how many pints? Well, if you have 3 quarts, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pints. 3 quarts is how many cups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, a half of a gallon is how many cups? Well, if you just take a gallon and look at half of it, how many cups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I don't know what else I could ask you. How many cups are in 2 pints? 1, 2 pints, 1, 2, 3, 4. And interestingly enough, if you look at your milk carton, for those of you that get milk, guess what the label on it is? You would think it would be a cup because that's exactly how much is liquid in it. You know what they call it though? It says on your milk carton, if you look, half pint. It'll say 1/2 of a pint, which if you look at half of a pint, it is a cup. I don't know why they don't put cup on the milk carton, but they just don't like that. And I think that's probably enough to get you there. Again, you can always look at Mr. Gallon because he's got his little, you know,
He's all worried up.
He's so muscular.
he is very muscular, Mr. Strong Gallon.
He's ready to blow some liquid.